White Rascals in here, which is Cho?
Cho
Chow?
again.
Chu?
Chow. Like,
Yeah. And
Cho.
Inazaki still deciding though.
Harley,
Oh, Harley.
picked there.
Your
Cho and
team is
Harley.
picking.
One initiation, one kind of tanky hero, plus one mage. Let's see.
Interesting here for the first pick of Inazaki, which is Harley. We all know that Harley is actually a mage, but in terms of his skills, he actually acts as if a DPS marksman or an assassin because he is a very mobile mage as well. But then again,
Ziggy picked
Enemy
there.
is picking.
Little Ziggy plus Hellcurt.
what?
Little Ziggy.
Alright.
What? Freaky Friday.
Yeah.
You know that song, yeah.
Okay,
Little
so
Ziggy.
another secure here, but by OBS Raven, Hellcurt and Diggy pretty much
It's like a
we
mirror.
saw, yeah,
Your team
pretty much
is
all the same
picking.
heroes
Yeah,
that we saw a while ago,
with
except
the
this
show,
Harley.
with the show with the Hayabusa and the Johnson, and but the damage is real for OR. They have Gushan who can deal that much damage. They have a shout out to Manjin. They have that Hellcurt who can deal much damage also. But again, nice pick there by Ziggy to counter out that Hayabusa, that Johnson, and the possible initiation
Alright.
of that Cho.
Yeah, and there we go. We have seen these heroes again a while ago. Kagura being locked here by burning.
I think they're gonna pick
Enemy is
Angela
picking.
again.
Yeah, I think
I have no idea, maybe.
just
Let's
just
see.
one of the meta heroes, but
Saber.
I don't know if they will lock this in. Oh, no Angela in the scene. I'm pretty surprised about that because Angela, we saw her usefulness on match 1, but then again this time no Angela. Now this is a pretty surprising lineup for White Rascals having this Harley
Kagura
and
picked there.
Saber.
Well, I think Kagura might be in a tight situation because of that Hayabusa. Because we all know that Hayabusa is direct counter to all mages. It's all up to the micromanagement of your team and how can you counter out all those heroes by White Rascals. But the thing is, nice pick there on that Ziggy to counter out all the possible initiation of White Rascals also. But of course, the damage output of White Rascals to
Yeah.
compared to Ob's Raven, it's just too much.
Yeah, pretty much Saber's actually a good pick here for the side of White Rascals. We all know that he has a really good skill that can lock a hero out.
Yeah.
So definitely I want to see an initiation in here or a combo in here wherein the Saber will lock out a hero and there will be a follow-up damage coming up from the
Yeah.
other members of White
If
Rascals.
we're gonna do a gank,
Uh-huh.
we can do this. Cho goes in, a
Uh-huh.
follow up there by Saber with
Yeah.
his ultimate, then mayhem now.
Yep.
Or it's just Johnson together with his teammates inside him, plus the ultimate of Cho or Saber, or Cho can ultimate a different guy,
Yeah, a lot of-
and Saber can ultimate a different guy as well.
Yeah, a lot of
and
combinations actually.
Exactly, and two airborne, just two heroes got
Uh-huh.
disseminated, I guess, and for sure. And for predictions, I'd go with White Rascals.
Well, take note though that OBS Raven has a Digi which can definitely counter all the crowd control that this White Rascals can provide. But then again, you know, although this Digi might initiate his ultimate to counter the crowd control of White Rascals, there could be a follow-up, you know, CC
Yeah.
that may come out from White Rascals.
Diggy can yes. Diggy has that follow up. I mean, not follow up.
Uh-huh.
He has that crowd control. But the thing is, Johnson or Cho or Saber can initiate Ziggy first in order for them to counter that.
Yeah,
Crowd
and
control.
there we go. White Rascals actually, I think, where are we in the map?
Alright, so as you
Now have
can
a
see,
first
Gushan
blood in
there
here coming from Gushon.
Gushan
And
kill
will there
one.
be another kill here
trying
on
to
their
go with the
side?
second hat trick. Ooh, there, double kill there by Gushan. Nice kill by him. But the thing is, I think we're having some technical
I
problems right
think
there.
the map is flipped around, it appears, so it's kind of confusing.
Yeah.
But we'll have, yeah, we have a bug in here. I think we'll have to recreate because we're seeing a flip. The map is actually flipped over. So we can see in the mini map, it's different in the actual map in game. So it's going to be very confusing, not only for us but for you guys as well. So we're gonna. I think this is going to be the same take again. It's just a bag in terms of interface.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. Oh
No,
no,
okay, no remake, no remake.
No remake.
Just trying to fix
Fix
that
some
bug.
bugs,
Trying
okay.
to put some bygones or some insecticides to kill that problem.
The bug.
I guess.
Well, anyway,
The bug.
going back, we mentioned a while ago there can be a lot of combinations in terms of initiation, executions in
There's a
here.
lot.
Bec-
It means that, like the possibility is really big
Yeah.
because of that show, because of that saber, because of
Now
that Johnson as well.
retreat.
Because the thing is, Johnson can do multiple stuns.
Yeah.
Cho can go multiple stuns as well, together with plus the follow-up damage of Hayabusa, Harley, and Saber.
I think though, we can see here Hellcurt on the side of OBS Raven, Digon is on their side as well. So basically 2 utilities here for OBS Raven. And I think it's going to help them a lot in terms of surviving or backing up their members in clashes or in fights. But it appears in here we have a fight ongoing near the turtle side.
And now, as you can see now, 4 vs 3 situation. Akai trying to live here. A double stun there by that Cho, but nice leap out there by that Akai trying to find out of the battle. But meanwhile, 2 minutes and 50 seconds left in the clock. Everyone's just playing passive. Meanwhile, on the top lane, Hayabusa trying to party up on that creep wave. Just trying to gather some gold to get that marvelous items for him to win this game. But the thing is, as you can see, Hayabusa is right there, sees one.
Oh.
Kaizoku is a very tight situation. I think.
So much damage coming up from that Hellcurt.
Look at that Hayabusa
Ago.
just falling down onto that Hellcurt.
It was a level 5 versus level 5 situation in there, and we saw the burst damage coming up from
But
the
it's not yet over on the
Hellcurt.
top lane. Saber killing Hellcurt right there.
Yeah, they fought for their member. Meanwhile, Turtle's been slain by this Kagura right in there, and a stun coming up from that Johnson. Will this Basha survive?
Oh,
Good
he
leap
will.
out from that Akai.
Leap out there by-
Basha.
The thing is, on that Akai, he got that ultimate to, of course, knock out all the opponents. Plus, he can go in and out of the
Yeah.
battle because of his leap.
Yeah, like leaping, even though he is fat, he can leap against
know.
the wall. Well, anyway.
A big shout out to Poe. Hey, sup, Poe?
Yeah, and 86 seconds from now, and I think the second turtle is gonna go up. A while ago, we saw OBS Raven actually secure that level 1 or the first turtle, giving them a gold lead. But it's not too much, so definitely we cannot tell that who has the great advantage in this current situation right now.
But meanwhile, here on the bottom lane, Hayabusa just changed the tides going into the bottom lane now. But the thing is, on the top lane, just Saber trying to deal damage on the three players. I mean, 3 heroes of Obs Raven though. But that, I think, White Rascal will go to the middle lane, just trying to kill that
Oh.
Gusher. Let's see what will happen. He's waiting for the right moment as well. But Saber is very tight situation. Here goes. Here goes Akai plus
is
that-
able to survive.
There goes the follow-up of White Rascals. Are gonna go in, are gonna commit on that clash? I think not.
Apparently, though, the gank plan of this White Rascals White Rascals didn't become successful. Apparently, allowing that Gushon to actually still survive. But here we go. I think both of the teams are giving pressure for both sides.
Well, they need to do that, of course, because they need to play with their minds, because that is part of the strategy.
Turtle resurrecting soon.
And it appears this Saber wants to wait for someone, but will there be a different
Gushin
situation
went
wherein
in.
ultimate coming out from that Saber, killing spree by Gushon, allowing this OBS Raven to actually try to start working on this turtle. Apparently, though, this Johnson actually did an ultimate here in there, but Basha trying to zone out the Harley.
Look at that Ake
Galido is not
ultimate.
able to survive the damage coming from OBS Raven. This is the
Triple stun
utility
there.
that we have been talking about.
Triple
So
stun there by Cho, but the thing is, the damage is really enough for them to clear out White Rascal 7-2 in favor of Obs Raven right now. Plus a turtle is like Obs Raven. This is the moment that they're waiting for. This is the momentum They're waiting for
Yeah.
also to clear out White Rascals.
And this is a good thing when you
Your
have
team
Hellcurt.
destroyed the
Hellcurt
turret.
doesn't have to be in the fight. He can just use his ultimate to actually help or become a utility for his teammates. And there we go. 2 turrets is going to go down for the side of
team
White
destroyed the
Rascals.
turret.
Tier 1 turret on the top lane as well as in the bottom lane.
And now Hayabusa, he needs to do something. He needs to stay in the battle together with the other White Rascals guys. But the thing is, the initiation should go to White Rascals. The thing is, if White Rascals are trying to initiate, they're easy to getting countered by Obs Raven.
And there we go. Crab has been taken by OBS Raven there on the top lane. Meanwhile, Hellcurt is pretty persistent about defending the bottom lane. But will there be a gank? I'm so excited about this because 3 members of White Rascals are actually waiting to gank the Hellcurt, it
Here in
seems.
the middle lane now, Johnson is very tight, being in a tight situation right now. Akai there, plus
Enemy has been
together
slain.
with all those 4 Obs Raven guys. Look at the damage by that. By that
2
show and the-
members versus 1
And
member of
Saber.
OBS Raven in here.
Our
Burning
turret
is
has
gonna
been
go
destroyed.
down, it
You
seems.
have been slain.
And at the same time, pressure in the middle lane
team
of White
destroyed the
Rascals.
turret.
Another turret has been taken down.
And I think Obs Raven just doing all their might to win at this game, but nice leap in there by that Akai, plus a follow-up there by that Gushin though, and that's the ultimate coming from Johnson, waiting and finding someone to kill on that Uber ride.
And well, we have been seeing that kind of play by the Johnson since game 1. And then again, you know what? I think what
Lord,
really
resurrecting
OBS
soon.
Raven is helping them in this particular fight is that the 2 heroes that has utility skills, which is Hellcurt and Diggy. So global support for this Hellcurt as well as the the anti-crowd control coming up from this Diggy. Meanwhile, of course,
8 minutes on
it's just 8-minute game time.
8 minutes on the clock, but 8,000 gold deficit in favor of Obs
That's a
Raven
lot.
right now. That's a lot, yes indeed. Gushin with 6,400, the top guy on the net worth pool.
Definitely, and it looks like they want to pick up a fight in here. This Akai diving in, but has to back away. Probably just trying to, scare away the members of White Rascals, and while waiting for other members to, to come in here. But there we go. Hellcurt actually using his ultimate against that Hayabusa. Hayabusa has been taken down
The
on
thing
that
is-
1v1.
The thing is for Obs Raven, they're trying to clash all those players with only 4, but on that Hellcurt, he's just trying to split push.
Yeah. Because, of course, we mentioned a while ago, Hellcurt is a global skill that can definitely be a use to his members or his teammates. Meanwhile, OBS Raven is actually starting off the level 1 Lord already. I wonder if
Waiting for
White
that
Rascals
retribution.
will be
They
able
went in.
to
White Rascals
take
went
that
in with the
out.
ultimate as well. Are they
Your
gonna
team destroyed
Are they gonna
the
get the
turret
Lord? And
has
yes,
been slain.
Harley gets the Lord. Nice steal coming from
Has
him.
been slain. The enemy
Oh,
has
White
slain
Rascals
the
actually
Lord.
stole the Lord,
Kill.
while at the same time, Burning using this Hellcurt is actually putting up pressure in the top lane, not allowing Hayabusa to join that particular clash. Although White Rascals got the Lord, we saw a lot of members of OBS
need
Raven actually survive that particular fight because they have the gold lead. They have the lead in terms of gears as well as in terms of level.
Yes, that's true. And now Burning is right, also finding someone to kill. But nice kill there by Obs Raven on that Lord. He's like pretty useless on that moment.
Pretty much, but we'll have to see here. OBS right now is basically just stealing the jungle of White Rascals, not allowing White Rascals to, gain more levels or match up to the levels of OBS Raven.
Yes, in terms of map control, just Obs Raven is really doing this.
Yep, we can definitely see it clearly right now. They're just basically roaming around the map, going from one lane to another, and there we go, Akai. Just, trying to find a good position to, tank or cover for his teammates. And I guess this Kagura is going to secure the blue buff that will help her, to deal support and crowd control as well as damage for her teammates.
Okay, so meanwhile, in terms of everything though, Ops Raven is leading in terms of tower destroyed, in terms
Yes.
of net worth, in terms of kills, in terms of gold, everything. It's like they just need to get this one clash for them to go straight inside that core.
Yeah, definitely though it's pretty much obvious that White Rascals is late in terms of
Akai went
gears.
in on that ultimate as well. Harley is now done trying to go with the second, but nice stun there by the Johnson. Stunning 3. Saber kills 1. 3 versus situation right now. 2 airborne from Cho, but the damage is really intense on that Goshen. Killing 1. Saber, nice flicker out, but Goshen, what are you doing? Kills 1, trying to go with the 3rd kill. But let's see what will happen. Are they going to contest? Are they going to push in that Johnson? But Hayabusa is right there. But the thing is, look at that Hellcurt just trying to split push every tower that he sees.
Yes, the good thing about what OBS Raven did in that particular fight is that they focused fire on the squishy ones on the side of White Rascals. They didn't mind about the Johnson because of course Johnson is not easy to take down. Meanwhile, we can see that OBS Raven can definitely deal with a 4 versus, how many players from White Rascals?
4 versus 3.
Yeah, even Hellcurt is not in that particular fight.
What if Hellcurt joined
Yeah,
the clash? It's now
definitely.
over for White Rascals for sure. 10,000 gold deficit, 10 kill deficit in favor of Ops Raven.
And there we go. Basha actually caught this Saber hiding in a bush.
Basha just finding his boy.
What? You're a fan. Now I know.
I am.
But of course, guys, we'll have to see here again. OBS Raven again has the map control at the moment. It appears this Digi and Akai is just waiting for the right time to actually dive in to a clash. There we go. Basha positioning himself.
Let's see. What if that's the thing also? If like Johnson and the Diggy is in the same team, you're dead, I guess.
Samu though
You have been
wasn't able to
slain.
survive the ultimate coming up from that Harley. Of course, that was
Are
a
we
2
gonna- are we-
versus 1.
Are we gonna witness a comeback again for White Rascals? That is the question. But
Yeah,
the
that
thing
is the
is,
question.
Obs Raven won't let that happen.
Yeah, although there might be a possible comeback, I'm just worried about the gears that White Rascals against OBS Raven. We can see just in terms of the money, OBS Raven is actually leading right now. So, but I don't know.
Lord,
Probably they
resurrection
have to
soon.
pick up one squishy hero or carry on the side of OBS Raven. Then probably a comeback might happen, but we can see Hayabusa is actually trying to get this tier 1 turret on the top lane of OBS Raven. Meanwhile, in here in the middle lane,
Ooh, 2 heroes there on that
Carries
burning. I
have
think
been down.
Hellcurt will now die here in the top lane, and I think, ooh,
turret
can he
has been
evade? Can he
destroyed.
evade this last question? But stunned there by Johnson. And a triple teleport there by White Rascals. They need to do something one-on-one with a great one. It is Hellcurt versus Johnson. Who's gonna win? A monster or a transformer?
But Burning actually didn't allow the other members of White Rascals to teleport back to their core. This Johnson was actually trying to teleport back, but then again, he said, no, I won't let you go back to your base to regain health. But he almost died in
Let's
that fight
see,
as
but
well.
that Lord's been slain. Now Kagura gets that. Saber kills 1 3 versus 2 situation. Saber needs to win this. Saber needs to run, but Johnson from the backside. Akai there, leap in, but where is his ultimate?
Yeah, and we can see here, guys, this
Let's see.
Saber
Oh,
is so
one.
low right
Just
now.
one hit, and
Slain
yes,
an
Akai killing that Saber. Plus the Lord, 35 seconds for that Saber to win. But the thing is, Hellcurt, I think Hellcurt needs to join Obs Raven in the clashes for them to secure that win.
Yeah, and there is a pause request on the side of White Rascals. But we saw, I think,
That is
someone-
very intense, to be honest.
Yeah, very intense. And you know what? Although we can see that OBS Raven appears to be leading the match this particular match right now, I can see there is still a possibility of a comeback.
Yeah, it is possible. They can do that. But the thing is, Obs Raven won't let that happen. Because the thing is also, they have everything up to their pockets. They have the net worth, they have the,
Yeah,
they
the
have
gears, they have the
gears, they have
levels
the
as
weapons,
well.
the levels,
The
the
towers as
towers
well.
also, the kills. It's just, if they're gonna do that, they're just gonna throw that.
Yeah, and I think if White Rascals really wants to get another point in this round robin match, they have to, they have to make it up to the late game. They have to sustain and survive up to the late game so that they can catch up on the gears, on the goals, as well as especially on the turns, because that is the goal of this game. Of
It
course, you
is.
have to take down the main core of the base of your enemy team. But then again, I think the pause request was because of, I don't know if it's a technical issue, but probably it is also a time for them to re-strategize because they're pretty much losing on this particular situation or on this particular time. What do you think about that?
Well, for me, they need to step up on this game. They need to think outside the
Yeah.
box. They need to get those new strategies, because the thing is, they're already losing. Not that super losing,
Uh-huh.
but they're in the verge of losing right now.
Right, and I think there's just not much crowd control on the side of White Rascals. Plus, we all know that Digi is on the side of OBS Raven, so more anti-crowd control. But let's go back to what is actually happening in the game. There we see Burning is actually able to sustain the damage coming up from the members of White Rascals. But at the same time,
The Lord is now slain.
yep, actually just has been taken down a while. I think that was level 2 Lord. And Kushon and as well as Helker trying to farm more
The
for
damage
gold.
there, but Ake together with his friend trying to go with the second choice, still alive, but trying to tank out all the possible damage that Ops Raven will do. But as you can see, Sabers right there on the backsides of the tower, but of course discipline, of course, and the focus of Ops Raven is the towers.
Definitely. And there we go. We all know, I think White Rascals is feeling all the pressure right now coming up from OBS Raven. Then again, OBS Raven, we can see they are just basically roaming around the map, going from one lane to another, clearing the lane, making sure that their creeps is going towards the core of White Rascals. While at the same time,
And
the
again-
carries are just trying to take the time to basically farm still and get more goals. And
Yes,
this
exactly.
Johnson
Now
is
Johnson
roaming around
again,
the map again, finding
trying
the
to-
members of OBS
trying to
Raven.
roam and scout the whole map of Mobile
And-
Legends, the land of Dawn.
Yes, and there we go. Diggy is pretty much tanky in here. We can see he has an immortality, so definitely Diggy is not a squishy target for White Rascals. Yeah, their only squishy targets in here is that this Kagura, but this Kagura is pretty mobile as well. A lot of shields and crowd control as well, so it's not. It's pretty much hard for we can understand how hard it is for White Rascals right now to deal, or who's going to be the target, who's going to be the main target right now. But the fight is ongoing.
Ooh, the damage coming out of that Gushin, killing Saber right now. And that Johnson really is in a tight situation. I think Hayabusa might fall, but
Ally has been slain.
Akai versus Harley right now. Look at
Oh, it appears Akai is giving here 1 point for White Rascals, but a surprise here by Diggy. Unfortunately, Diggy is in a tight situation as well. There we go. Game pause request again. I think by this time it's on the side of OBS Raven. So, but then again,
I think
still,
we just saw a connection problem, I guess.
yeah, I guess because we just saw that Akai is just standing there
Not
under
doing anything, yes,
turret.
indeed, yes.
So we'll just have to wait for them for a few minutes to come back, and I hope they'll be able to come back, right? Because
Yeah.
in case there will be a loss of tank for the side of OBS Raven, there's a possibility for White Rascals to actually put this into a comeback.
Well,
Tank is very vital in every matches.
that's true. Because the thing is, White Rascals, they have the damage now.
They have the damage.
They have the magic damage. They have the initiation now, so they can easily
Yeah, especially that we're
destroy-
going to the late game already.
Yeah, destroy the tier 1, 2, all the way down to the tier 3 towers
Yeah.
off in the middle lane of Obs Raven. But I guess and I hope like Obs Raven won't let it happen and prevent that possible push from White Rascals.
Yeah. Well, anyway, guys, again, this is game two of of the match between White Rascals versus OBS Raven. If you just tuned in right now, a while ago it was actually White Rascals that got the 1 point. Yesterday they got 2 points already. So we'll have to see what will happen in the next few minutes. But after this, guys, you can catch up. Next matches will be Digital Devils No Limit versus Invictus Gods, Digital Devils Demon Kings versus Digital Devils Professional, Vicious and Delicious versus Aether Valkyrie, and OBS Gaming versus Aether Main. And I think we can go back in the game now.
Alright, so let's go to 21-11. 12,000 gold deficit in favor of Obs Raven right now. And as you can see, they're just trying to. The battle is still close compared to yesterday's matches.
Definitely, but we can see here OBS Raven still has a lot of turrets, especially there in the middle lane. The tier 1 turret is still almost full. So I think White Rascals really has to come up with a strategy wherein they have to take down turrets in here, because that is the goal. Again, they have to get the core of the game. This is not about definitely kills alone, but it seems Cho on the top lane, as well as this Hayabusa and Johnson wanting to get this almost done level tier 2 turret here on the top lane of OBS Raven.
And now Obs Raven's really in a tight situation. They need to think outside the box again for them to go in.
Yeah.
On how can they go in?
Yeah, and it seems there is a fight ongoing in here. This Saber has been taken down by the members of OBS Raven. Meanwhile, Hayabusa doing a damage here for the tanks of OBS Raven. Not a good target though.
Yeah, like just trying to poke.
Yep.
Those two guys of Obs Raven.
Yeah, meanwhile we can see Lord area is being contested by OBS Raven, but of course it's a pretty risky situation in case they want to get that level 3 Lord. So I think they have to pick up a fight first.
Meanwhile on top lane it's Helkert versus Hayabusa. But the thing is, both have decent amount of damage.
Yeah.
Both has that massive damage also.
And I
the thing is, who's gonna go in first? Is it Hayabusa? If Hayabusa went in, actually, if Hayabusa went in, to be honest, Helkert would have a chance to win that.
Yeah, and there we go. Fight in here in the Lord area. Who will take the last hit? Lord has been slain by this Kagura though. And there we go. Members of White Rascals going so low. Harley has to back away, but having a hard time doing so because of the slow coming out from this Helkert and this
damage.
yeah, and
Damage
he has to
from-
go down.
Damage from the Helkert is real, but as you can see, let's see what will happen. Are they gonna die? Are they gonna live? That is the question. The thing is, Hayabusa trying to teleport inside their base again, but this is the time of White Rascals that they're gonna destroy two of their towers, which is the bottom lane and the middle lane. Akai went in, trying to be super aggressive, trying to get all those offensive damages. Ultimate there by Akai. Flicker out by Helkert though.
Yeah, and all of the members of OBS Raven are still alive and still putting so much pressure for White Rascals. Ultimate by Hayabusa, but OBS Raven has to focus fire to end the game. Our score for the match between White Rascals versus OBS Raven has come into a 1-1.
Finally, you can now see a 1-1
Yeah.
score here. As you can see, the MVP is Gushan with 1146 KDA. And it's pretty decent, to be honest.
Yeah, decent.